What's going on, guys? Good morning. So it is about 5:30 a.m. right now, and I have been up for way too fucking long for it being 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed around 9 o'clock last night, and I'm not joking, I was up every single hour to like use the bathroom, and I feel like I like half slept. But got out of bed around like 4:30, got myself a coffee, chilled, watched some YouTube videos. Been watching the Arnold series. It's only 3 episodes, so I have one left. But I'm gonna get my stuff organized here. Gonna go spend a couple days with the family up at a cottage. So I'm leaving here around 7:30 in the morning. So I have to get my shit organized here and get up. I'm gonna bring you guys with me, and we are not going to be eating until early afternoon. I honestly feel like total shit. Body weight this morning was 202 pounds, so that's coming back down. That's good news. I'm hoping to get that down under 200 again tomorrow, but let's get this day going. What's going on, guys? So I am up in Milford House. So that's where I'm at. Family is actually at another cottage right now, down the road. I just came back to make myself some food. But I'll show you guys around a little bit. So just basically the middle of nowhere. I love it. It's nice to get away. It's challenging to not eat the food at the restaurant, not gonna lie. And I'm here for 2 days. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing. So far today, I've only had 420 calories, and it is 6 o'clock at night. So I had 100 grams of steak. After everybody went to breakfast, I went to breakfast with them as well. I just had coffee. I came back, I cooked myself up a little bit of steak. And then I had a piece of white fish around 2 o'clock. And now I'm cooking myself a chicken breast. So I forgot my egg whites like an idiot. So that's not ideal. So I'm going to have to pick some of those up tomorrow. But that's where we're at. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me this evening. And the biggest thing I'm doing to avoid eating or being tempted is just to do what I need to do and not put myself in situations that I won't be able to control myself. So I've told everybody that, like, if I feel like I can't do it, I'm just gonna like go back, lay down, have a nap, like whatever. But still trying to participate and do shit. So that's just the truth. I'm not gonna jeopardize my prep for anything. But at the same time, I want to be up here and spend time with the family. So that's what we're doing. That being said, I'm going to show you guys my next meal. The chicken is in the air fryer right now. So let's get that done. Okay, so I have myself a half a chicken breast and some red pepper. This whole chicken breast and the red pepper, full red pepper is 45 calories, and the chicken breast is 300 calories and 54 grams of protein, but I'm only having half of it right now. So after the full chicken breast and all this, I will only be at 785 calories for the day, including the 20 calories of mustard I put on here, which I might have to add a little bit more to. Oh, that's good. So I have this. I'll eat the other half later, and that will leave me like a nice little meal before bed. So that's where we're at. We're gonna eat this before going to the restaurant to watch other people eat, so I'm not tempted. So there we go. Exciting stuff. So I just got back from the restaurant where I did not eat. I literally just had a coffee, and I'm on to my second last meal of the day. Currently at 805 calories. But I have a full chicken breast here with mustard on it, with red pepper and tomatoes. So this meal has 350, but 350 calories in it in total. And 370 calories in total because of the mustard, and 54 grams of protein. So it puts me just over 1,100 calories the day after this, maybe close to 1,200. So I'll get this, and then I have a hamburger with no bun before bed. I'll be right at 1,600 calories for that. So this tastes great. I just did it all in the air fryer. Put some mustard on it, add some flavor. And the cherry tomatoes, I'm not the biggest fan of tomatoes, to be honest, but I've been liking them on prep because they're good for you and they're voluminous. So, put in perspective, see all the vegetables in here? That is, a whole bell pepper only has 45 calories in it. It's like 43. And this amount of tomatoes has 20 calories. Like, super hard to get fat eating that kind of food. So if you're struggling to stay full, recommend adding in some pepper, some spinach, some tomatoes, stuff like that. But I'm going to sit here and eat this, and I will see you guys at my last meal before bed. Okay, so change of plans. Last meal of the day was actually the last little bit of steak I had. So 250 grams of steak. Sorry, 250 calories of steak, 100 grams. And then I had one peach cut up as well, which was another 50 calories, which puts my total calories for the day at 1,550. So that's what I had. That includes like the 0 calorie Gatorades that have 5 calories, all the monsters, all that stuff as well. So just under 1,600 for the day. I feel good. And I'm going to go to bed now. It's about 10 o'clock and I'm going to get up nice and early, spend the day here tomorrow. So we're going to include the eating tomorrow as well, because it's just going to be breakfast. So I'll show you guys what I'm going to have for breakfast, and then I'll upload this and spend the day on the lake, and that'll be the end of the video. So anyway, I'm going to get some sleep.
They're definitely peppered. Yeah, there must be some pepper in there.
Okay, so it is about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're just going to go down and have breakfast. I am going to actually order something from the restaurant. I'm just going to have eggs and cottage cheese, I think, but I'm going to show you guys that when I get there, because I am starving and I'm not going to be back till about, not leaving here till about 5 o'clock. So I'll just get some protein in me and some calories, and then probably not eat anything else until I leave here or mid-afternoon. So let's go do that. Yeah. When they came from town. Okay, so my cardio for the day was kayaking and paddling. Just went over to a beach across the lake there. So I'm out here getting a nice little pump. Sorry, it was good lighting for a second. But no, just this is what my cardio is for the day. Getting out on the lake, I feel phenomenal. Now I'm just heading back a little bit earlier than they are, because I'm gonna get my stuff organized before I head back to Halifax. So I'm exhausted. This was way more work than it should be to go for a little kayak ride. My shoulders are on fire, but anyway, let's get back. I'm gonna get another meal in me. Okay, next meal. I have myself 100 grams of ground beef. I also have 60 calories worth of spreadable cheese. Well, like their little cheese things. Boulderson, it's delicious. So I have 60 calories of that, and I have 20 calories of the ketchup here, on making it a total of just about 300 calories and 35 grams of protein. That is absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I won't have another meal until I get back to Halifax, grab my egg whites. Calories for the day so far are 1,200 calories after this meal and about 120 grams of protein. So we're a little bit high in calories for where we are protein-wise, but the rest of my calories are going to come strictly from egg whites. So that is where we're at. Also, excuse the horrible lighting, but I definitely, this needs to disappear. But we still have 5 weeks, and I feel pretty good. So I'm going to eat this, relax, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so it is the next morning, and I am back in Halifax, and I had a reload meal last night, and I woke up this morning at exactly 200 pounds. Now, I've been having some issues with being able to keep carbohydrates down and utilize them properly. And this is something I'm going to be able to dig into a little bit more this week when I get my blood work results back, because it's a little bit concerning. Every time I have carbs, besides like fruits, I'm getting super bloated, like wanting to throw up, and I feel like total shit. So last night, before I had my reload meal, I had about 150 grams of carbohydrates, which is a lot, don't get me wrong. But I took insulin beforehand, and I've used insulin in the past. It's not something I recommend. I'm going to get into the benefits, the negatives of insulin right now. But first off, not something I recommend. I've used it in the past to load for powerlifting meets, and it's been very, very effective for me. But the logic behind it is my body is clearly not able to process the carbohydrates I'm putting in to try to reload. So if I take 10 IUs of insulin, I need 100 grams of carbohydrates to counteract that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to aid my pancreas in not needing to produce as much insulin to shuttle these carbohydrates and the glycogen into my muscles. It still did not work. I'm still flat. I literally threw up a lot of the food that I put in my body. But we're getting blood work done. I should have my results back this week to be able to review this because it's a little bit concerning. So we're going to have to figure something out because I'm not able to keep any carbohydrates down besides fruits. So maybe I'll have to be using like bananas, stuff like that. Try to I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with it a bit because this clearly is not working. I should be full this morning and I'm not. My weight's actually lower than when I went to bed. Everything's kind of, or lower than before I had my reload meal. Like everything's kind of just been a complete disaster in that regard. Insulin though, the logic of not trying to put the strain on my pancreas is something that I have used because if you're not used to utilizing carbohydrates and you haven't made your pancreas produce that much insulin, if you're in a normal off-season setting, your body should just be able to process carbohydrates. So I would not recommend using insulin in the off-season. I know there's pros that do it, all this stuff, and you can debate me on the health risks. If the pros outweigh the negatives, in my opinion, they don't. That being said, to utilize metformin or insulin around heavy carbohydrate meals to take the strain off of your body, I think that there's some very, very good benefits to that. Now, if you don't understand insulin, it's not something I recommend. It's definitely not something I recommend to anybody that is not well researched and does not have a glucose monitor on hand. And keep in mind that this is one of the few things that you can put in your body and literally die. So if you take insulin and you go to sleep because you feel tired because your blood sugar drops, you can go into a coma and die. So keep that in mind. Also, measuring out IUs is different than measuring out anabolics. People are like, 1 IU is like 1 cc. And it's like, no, it is not. 1 insulin syringe, 1 mil is 100 IUs of insulin. If you take 100 IUs of insulin, you will fucking die. So that is the biggest problem I've seen on the internet or with people in general. Like, oh, I'll take like a half a cc of insulin. It's like, that is 50 units of insulin and you would need 500 grams of carbohydrates to counteract that. And if you screw it up and you can't keep, like, you're totally fucked. So not something I recommend. That being said, I do use it sporadically for very specific events of carb loading. My body's not used to utilizing that amount of carbohydrates, but it still isn't seeming to work. So today I am going to go back to no carbs. I'm going to wait until I get my blood work done or my blood work results. And I'm going to talk to my doctor about it and see what I can do about this because I do need to fill out a little bit and I look extremely lean. So I am going to be doing a physique update for you guys in my next video just because I want to get this video up this morning. And I still feel really, really off. But I'm going to do a physique update on Instagram that'll be posted today. I also want to let you guys know that I am starting a subscription base for my Instagram. That's going to be launching in 2 days. So I'm going to have more details on it in my next video. But you guys can comment down below what you want to see. Something I am going to include in that is there's going to be 3 training programs. Beginner, intermediate, advanced for push-pull legs. I'm also going to include my current plan that would be chest, back, shoulders, arms, and legs, which is something I have utilized to bring up my shoulders and arms. But you can use that extra day for a muscle part muscle group that is lagging. So it's going to be $6.99 a month. Instagram's at Connor Myers Fitness right here. But that is where we're at. So my body weight is low. I feel very lean. Carbohydrates aren't working for me. Like, I can't even keep them down. So I'm going to have to up those in some kind of manner that is sustainable. But I'm going to put a plan together for that today, and we'll go into more details on that tomorrow. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.